Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. If you're just here for the action figures, don't worry, you can find them at that timestamp right there. But you know what? There's a whole bunch of other news going on in the world right now, and I want to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Prime Video is about to give us something very awesome out of nowhere, like a freaking RKO. We're getting Secret Levels, which is made by the same folks, I think, who made Sex, Death and Robots, which is just a glorious animated anthology sci-fi show. And now they're essentially doing that, but with video game characters. This looks so good, yes. I mean, it's hard to tell just from trailers, but just the idea that, you know, there's so many video game franchises that we would love to see get film treatments or TV shows, and they can't all get them. But doing short stories like this, oh, absolutely genius. And I think Keanu Reeves is in the Armored Core one, but just the amount of different titles that they're covering. It's so great, the length and breadth of popular video gaming, all getting different styles of animation treatment. Yes, 100%. This, like I said, had no idea it was happening, and now there's a trailer, they're just like, oh hey, boom, by the way, we're doing this. So congratulations, Prime Video, you've earned my membership for another month.
An opening, sir! Good work, McCoy! Forward!
Oh my goodness, it's finally time, or almost time, tomorrow. Pre-orders go live for the Mafex Age of Apocalypse figures. Wolverine and Cyclops, or Weapon X and Cyclops, if you will. And I'm so excited for these. These are two of my most anticipated figures, and these are the first proper official product shots we've had. We've only seen them in prototype form and at various Comic-Cons and things in display cabinets. This is finally Mafex putting their best foot forward and giving us two of the big guns from the Age of Apocalypse. I bought my AOA Magneto in advance, ready for these guys. We're going to be getting X-Man as well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, a whole bunch of other ones as well. I love what I'm looking at here. This is the classic Mafex upgrade to the Marvel Legends, and these two guys in particular were underwhelming AOA Marvel Legends, because the AOA Wave from Legends, they had some bangers in there, absolute bangers, but these two were disappointments in my personal opinion. So I love the fact that now we're getting the do-over with the Mafex treatment. The different faces on Weapon X, they look really great, and especially the different blast effects for One Eye Cyclops. I love the circular glowing kind of flash sort of look, which is taken straight from the comic book artwork. That is glorious. And then Cyclops has the extra functions and details on him that the Legend didn't. He's got boots for a start. He's not just wearing some morph suit. And then just the different little bits that they put in here and there to just zhuzh up the figures a bit more. Got a bit of a metallic sheen going on with Cyclops, and just seeing them two both posed together, recreating the fight that we never actually saw in the comics, when Wolverine cut out Cyclops' eye and Cyclops blasted off his left hand. It's kind of cool that we never saw that. It was never actually depicted in the comics. So therefore, that fight was as epic as your mind allows it to be. And these figures, oh, they look good. Like I said, going up for pre-order tomorrow. Don't have an official price yet, but I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be about $70, give or take. But hey, by the time you're watching this, you might already know. But what I can say for a fact is, I'm going to be pre-ordering them, because these look gorgeous.
Turtles! Come on and play!
Joy Toy are moving on with their TMNT line. We had the 4 turtles, now we're getting Bebop and Rocksteady, and these look super fun too. Luckily for me, I can limit myself. I want to go for the 5K toys, more zhuzhed up samurai looking ones. But if you want something a little bit smaller, because you don't want your collection dominating your entire living space, honestly, I don't understand that kind of negative philosophy, but there are some folks out there who don't want their entire life based around action figures. If you want a slightly smaller display, then Joy Toy have got you covered. These are more 1/18th kind of scale, but they still cram so much detail into them. I love what's going on with the boombox, with the gun inside for Rocksteady. Bebop's got a couple of electric guitars strapped to his back. I don't remember him ever having electric guitars, but he probably does. I'm sure there's a reference for it somewhere that just my 40-something-year-old brain forgot about, left it back in the 80s. But the fact they come with the little diorama pieces as well, I imagine you can piece those together to make a big old set. It's going to look terrific. I'm sure that Shredder, maybe Krang, won't be far behind either. Joy Toy, you're bringing the heat. Don't have a price or release date, but we got a lot of pretty pictures. And honestly, that's really what this channel's built on. Not facts, just good ideas.
Win the crowd, and you'll win your freedom.
Are you not entertained?
Sticking with Joy Toy, we're getting Centurion figures, a male and female warrior Roman Centurion. These look really cool as well, and I'm guessing 1/18th scale, but I don't know for certain. Again, I'm trying to find out. I'm going to include at the end of every episode a "You're Wrong" segment, where anyone who has corrected me in the comments on a previous video, I will address and correct myself. Or if I just find out the information myself, then I'll do my own corrections. But I'm assuming, because it's Joy Toy, they probably will be 1/18th scale. That seems to be what they specialize in. But yeah, couple of 1/18th scale Centurions. They look pretty good to me.
What you are? All right, let me look. I'm a little piggy.
And Bebop and Rocksteady are very busy right now because NECA also have 2 new versions of these characters coming out. Vacation Mode, Bebop and Rocksteady. And this conjures up a strange kind of sense memory. I don't remember Bebop and Rocksteady on vacation, yet I'm looking at these images and I'm thinking, there's something familiar here. So I guess when I was like 8 years old or something, I probably did watch the original Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles cartoon. Heroes in the UK. In the 80s, we couldn't handle ninjas. It was too scary for us. They were heroes in the UK. And I guess that Bebop and Rocksteady went on vacation. And now you can recreate that in action figure form. NECA always bring the heat with their TMNT line. Love just the slavish attention to saving that cartoon aesthetic detail. Just like looks like they plucked them right off the TV screen. This is no exception, and it's available in Target stores apparently right now.
And their opponents, Tom and Terry, the Toxic Turtles.
And while you're dropping a whole bunch of money in Target, you might as well throw a few extra coins at them and get the Wrestling Mirage Turtle set. This super fun and ridiculous, and that's what model behavior is all about. So this is based more on the, I say Mirage, it's not Mirage, it's Archie Comics, excuse me. I'm not going to redo that, alright? So if you were about to write a little correction, okay, it's Archie Comics. That was Dave being silly. So this is the Stump Wrestling Turtles. You got the 4-pack, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello make up the team with one other fellow, Raphael, who's not the leader of the group transformed from the norm by the nuclear goop. That song was so inaccurate. If there's one thing you know about model behavior, I can't stand inaccuracies. So as I said, this is available at Target stores right now, so go get them. Also, as an addition to the Stump Wrestling Ninja Turtles collection, we're getting Leatherhead in his pro wrestling gear, which is great. You got a whole bunch of baby faces in the Turtles, you need a few more heels. And Leatherhead, a giant bipedal crocodile, that's an easy sell for me. And, well, it's an easy sell, but it's not an easy purchase, because I would have to go to Target to get it. Because this is a Target exclusive, from what I understand. It's only listed as being available at Target, so I assume they got that sweet NECA exclusivity. So yeah, head on over to Target and hopefully you can find this on the shelves. Good luck with your toy hunting, because I think this guy might be popular. I know I certainly like the look of him.
I bet I could stay up here all night.
Sure you can. Dick?
A DC product I do like the look of though, and it's Nightwing again, but this time from Mezco. And I will admit, I've always got a little bit of a Mezco bias. Sometimes they will fumble the ball, but when they get it right, They really do get it right, and it can be pretty glorious. And this Nightwing looks real good. So he's going to be $95 and available around about the first quarter of 2025. The biggest problem with Mezco is that they just sell out super fast. So if this is the first time you're seeing this, then pause the video because you don't want to miss anything, but then go straight over to Mezco and get a pre-order in, because otherwise you're going to go onto a wait list and then you just might end up looking like the Grail Knight at the end of Holy Grail, just waiting around for an order that's never going to come in. And I don't want that future for you. But this looks good. I mean, the Mezco preview pictures always do. They're not going to make it look bad, but you can still see that he looks real pretty. Dick Grayson, man. He's never looked better. I love the shiny, metallic-looking Nightwing logo. He's got all the different heads as well, with some great fun expressions, because Nightwing doesn't have to be grim like Batman. He's got a couple of smiling faces. That's nice. Whole bunch of hands as well. Yeah, I like what they've done here. I think it looks pretty good.
It is an honor to present this boy to the court. I've seen firsthand that he has greatness within him.
McFarlane have revealed quite a cool Amazon exclusive Talon Owl Nightwing 3-pack. I was trying to think of a clever collective name for it, but it's literally called Nightwing versus Talon and Owl. So there you go. I'll call it the Court of Owls 3-pack. That's the name I was trying to think of, was Court of Owls, but it escaped me. These words. Okay, let's try that again. So, some re-releases going on here. We've had Talon before, haven't we? And you know me, I'm not a DC expert, so I'm sure that there is some reuse here. Maybe some new stuff, maybe with the Owl character, or maybe that's a suited body from somewhere else. I don't know. You can find out yourself if you get them in hand. $60, going to be up for pre-order on Amazon and shipping around about October time. Looking at these, I was thinking, like, why don't I like a lot of McFarlane figures? And I don't know, are they a bit lanky? I feel like the arms and legs kind of like look a bit long, but then I think, no, those are normal human proportions. I just can't tell. Something looks a little bit off. I can't place it. I should really be able to do that if I want to be a professional toy reviewer. I like this, or I don't like this. Why? Couldn't tell you. There you go. That's model behavior for you.
It's a little-known fact. There's a bit of Joker inside us all. Come on, kiddo. Let your Joker out.
And another Batman-related McFarlane figure for the collector who has everything. You can get a glow-in-the-dark version of the Joker Dragon from the Metal storyline, I think, or it was an offshoot of Dark Knight's Metal. It looks bizarre, weird, and grotesque, but kind of fun too. And glow-in-the-dark gimmick, I'm always going to have a bit of time for that. $29.99, $30 with a shipping date of around about October. And yeah, I can't really sell you on it. This is one of those things you either want it or you don't. And if you do, God bless you. Up for pre-order now on Hasbro Pulse. They've got the Transformers 40th Anniversary Selection Leo Convoy. I think the original version of this character came out a couple of years ago, and he was decent. I don't know how many different aesthetic changes they've made. I can see that the lion face is a lot more cartoony. It's a lot more animated, very anime Japanese style. If there are other tweaks, I can't tell you just straight away because my memory ain't that good as to what my old one looks like. But he does look pretty. $50 though. Whew! That is expensive. But again, I try not to zip my lip. I don't want to comment about prices because different things are worth different things to different people. Simple as that. So if this looks like a steal at $50, then you can go on to Hasbro Pulse, put your pre-order down now. I'm trying to find a shipping date, but I cannot see. Oh, the 22nd of May. Pre-order item available to ship approximately the 22nd of May, 2025. So you're going to have a little bit of a while to wait, but it is a fun-looking action figure. Oh, more Funko Pops on this channel? What is the matter with me? Do I even know myself anymore? Apparently not, because here we are. But in my credit, in my defense, they're all symbiote, Spider-Man type related, so that kind of gives me an in. I don't mind covering them that much, especially when my boy Ben Reilly is in the display, and Kane as well. So we don't have actual pictures of these figures, but again, it's a Funko Pop. You see a picture, you know what it's going to be like. So we're getting Chasm and the Scarlet Spider. I'm not going to get them because, thank goodness, I'm not a completionist. But it's nice to just see a bit more representation of Peter Parker's clone brothers. So, alright, Funko Pop, You found a way to get onto model behavior. Just make more Clone Saga stuff. 3-0 are doing another 1/6 scale Ultraman, and I don't know my Ultraman lore, but this looks like a pretty Super Saiyan looking Ultraman. So this is listed as Ultraman Suit Zero SC mode. Going to be priced about 21,000 yen, which equates to about $100 give or take, and going to be releasing early next year. As I said, I don't know much about the character or the franchise, but I know a pretty looking action figure when I see one. And at 1/6 scale, this is that Hot Toys kind of format of figures. So, luckily, not too tempted. But for you 1/6 scale Ultraman fans, this one might be essential because he looks pretty wicked.
It's not going to be easy to bring the dragon into the cage.
Dragons are strangely attached to their dragon keepers.
Fancy Realm, ever heard of them? Probably not. At least, I know I haven't, but then again, what I haven't heard about could fill a library. But they are showing off this new dragon creature that's going to be part of an ongoing series if it sells. Although looking at this, I think they might sell pretty well if they're a decent price, because this looks glorious. So there's going to be 28 figures based on the Chinese zodiac constellations, I guess. It says here, Fancy Realm series, 28 constellations, and this is Kang Jinlong. We've only got the unpainted prototypes to look at, but when this is in its production phase, of course, different places will be stocking it. We'll get all of the essential information, and I'll be able to share it with you. But in the meantime, it's fun to just see what is coming in the future. This Chinese dragon, which I love that Chinese dragons are based on kind of like dog, canine-like features, but then reptilian as well, and the amount of sculpting detail in this looks gorgeous. If they couple this with a very pretty paint job, this could be dangerous for a lot of people's wallets, mine included. Heat Boys are doing Spartacus. Now, is this from... It's not My Hero Academia, is it? It's a different anime. Machine something? I don't know. Help me out in the comments. You're wrong! There you go. That's why I'm going to do the whole You're Wrong section. So you can help me out with where Spartacus is from. I know it's an anime, and it's certainly something that lends itself to Heat Boys, because Heat Boys specialize in making big, amazing mechs, and this is going to be no exception. I imagine if it's staying in the same sort of style as Heat Boys Ninja Turtles, this is going to be made out of metal with proper pistons and moving parts. So it's going to weigh a ton and probably cost a reasonable amount to go with that. But just based off of these early renders, he's going to be a big, heavy, chonky boy, and I think it's going to be very tempting for some hardcore anime fans. For me, I just got to find out where the heck he's from.
Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Ash. Housewares.
Premium Collectible Studios. I always show off their cool looking statues, even though they're so far out of any kind of price range I could afford. But I particularly want to show off an Army of Darkness statue, because there's something I love, and also kind of don't love, to be honest. I think it's awesome that they've recreated the actual poster art for Army of Darkness. It just seems like the only thing they didn't really recreate was Bruce Campbell's face. I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing Bruce Campbell. I'm seeing kind of generic hero dude. I'm not getting the Campbell factor here, and it looks like it's not a case of trying to avoid a copyright or anything. Like I think like this is an attempt at Bruce Campbell, but I don't know. Looking at these images, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not getting the sense of it. Also, I feel like the poster art was a lot more kind of grimy and dirty and bloody and messy. This looks a little bit too clean for me. And hey, I think it's just kind of nice that I can actually critique one of these statues rather than just drooling all over them like I normally do. What I will say, though, is that all the little bits of attention to detail, like the little mini evil ashes poking at his feet and the skeletons reaching up to him, that's really cool. But yeah, there's just a little bit of an uncanny valley where it feels like they've captured Ash, but not quite. Still, it's a really fun little curiosity.
Dumbass, I use gel.
Now, when it comes to horror movies, I'm always going to have time for A24. They seem to just specialize in kind of indie but high-end fun horror movies, or absolutely terrifying horror movies. And now they've put out this poster for Y2K that is just a homage to every cheesy 80s slasher movie. There's a certain aesthetic that just draws in a bunch of sense memory, and that's what they're going for here, and it works as well. If any of you are old enough, actually, most of you probably are. I've seen my demographic, statistics. You were all old enough to remember the terror that was the Y2K bug. Yeah, nothing ever came of that, thank goodness. But it's ripe for some nostalgic movie making now. Yes, 2000 is deep nostalgia. Whew, time's a son of a gun. But this is a movie I'm definitely going to be looking forward to.
Payback.
No, I'm sorry to tease you, but I saw this video and it was so cool, I wanted to share it, but all the comments under the video were, where can I buy this? With no one answering. So I put it out to the internet. Where can you buy an electronic Gatling gun water pistol? This thing looks amazing. The idea of having the super bright lights to illuminate the water so it literally looks like it's spitting out Gatling gun fire, absolutely amazing. What a genius idea. Like, getting that visual effect. I know obviously this is filmed in a way to make it look extra amazing, but well, guess what? It works. It really does. So I'm going to have a little look online to see if I can find a place to order this, because this just looks like one of the coolest cosplay props I think I've ever seen. This is awesome. Over in Custom Corner, FKN_masterpiece. I don't know what the FKN could possibly stand for, but his creations, oh my goodness, they look the bomb. It was the Harvester figure that caught my eye, first of all, because this just such a great modern reinterpretation of an old childhood classic. Because I remember, actually, I saw the Harvester figure just the other day. It was in a secondhand store in Osaka, and I was like, oh man, that takes me back to the old early 90s Phalanx crossover story. And this custom, man, bravo. Bravo. Looks absolute money. Looks like a masterpiece, dare I say. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on his Instagram account as well. Go give him a follow. He's doing awesome work. Today's cosplay cover artist is Gracie the Cosplay Lass. Go give her a follow. I featured her before on this channel, but dang it, I wanted to feature her again because since the last time, she's put up a whole bunch of new photos and, well, photos. That's what you put up on Instagram. Despite my nonsense, go give her a follow anyway. Don't tell her that I sent you. That'll probably not be a good recommendation. Like, model behavior. Geez, do you watch that guy? He just talks nonsense. And you'll say, yeah, but I have it on in the background when I'm doing chores. You know, it's a bit of white noise, really. And she'll be like, yeah, I get it. The last thing you want to do is pay too much attention to that guy. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and my other output, then you might want to think about getting a YouTube channel membership. If you do that, then you toss a couple of bucks to me and it helps me keep the lights on and do less of my other jobs and focus more time on doing this, which is the job that I really want to do. It's a work in progress, but we're getting there. One channel member at a time. At the moment, all of these folks you see going up the side here, or is it this side? Whichever side it is, they're going up, and these are the guys who are keeping the lights on, and I'm hugely grateful. And they get to enjoy some of the extra features, like the exclusive videos and the live chats and all that kind of good stuff. But honestly, I think they would just support the channel anyway, because it's just a bunch of generous good brothers. Thank you kindly, guys. I really do appreciate it. So gang, until next time, keep displaying model behavior.